Hello, good evening to all of you. This is Anand Babu from Vijayawada, Andhra Pradesh. Today, our topic is biological classification. There will be a discussion on biological classification. I mean, MCQs on biological classification. Okay, I am Anand Babu. I have the experience in teaching 15 years. I am qualified with MSc BEd. I did my MSc BEd in botany stream. I completed my MSc in Annamalai University. In Unacademy, my referral code is Babu Live. Remember, my referral code is Babu Live. Okay. Before going to study about the MCQs on biological classification, I would like to introduce about the plus subscription of an academy year. So as I told already, this is very convenient subscription. There is a plan for 12 months and 6 months. This is the price very convenient to all categories of people. We can have number of here these advantages here, and about it I am going to tell something. Here, what are the benefits you are going to be received here? You see, it is affordable price, okay, and here the systematic procedure will be there, and separate discussion where all of your doubts will be clarified, and also quiz can be conducted at regular intervals, and also complete course on one topic, and there will be discussion on doubt clarification on that particular topic, okay, and separate tests will be conducted, and also all the trials in favor of student, okay, will be carried on systematically. So take plus subscription. It is advantage for you. On my referral code, you will get 10% discount. Okay. So daily we are discussing about MCQs, and also in addition to that, now and then we are going to discuss about very important concepts also. Okay. Now again we are going to discuss about the MCQs on biological classification. So biological classification is also one of the important topic here. Microorganisms will be studied here about the classification of the living things, and all microorganisms starting from bacteria, and what are the other microorganisms can be studied very clearly here. Mode of nutrition and the structure of that. Okay. In all aspects, I mean mode of life will be studied. Yeah. Now the first objective question in this topic, that is biological classification. Here you see, read carefully before attempting the answer here. Okay. Are you ready? Cellulose is the major, yes, cellulose. Cellulose is the major component of cell wall of the following. 4 options here are given. A, B, C, D options here. Which is the correct option you have to choose. Okay. Saccharomyces, Pythium, Xanthomonas, Pseudomonas. So of this four, which is the correct option here? Cellulose is the major component. You know very well, plant cell wall is made up of mainly cellulose here. Okay. What is the right answer? Tell me. I will tell you here the right answer here. What is that? Here is B is the right answer. Here one point we have to observe here. This Saccharomyces is the fungal organism, but cell wall is made up of here chitin. Chitin. Okay. And here Xanthomonas is here. Xanthomonas, this is also a fungal member. Okay. Pseudomonas is the bacteria. It is made up of, cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan. Okay. Peptidoglycan. Okay. Peptidoglycan. Here, pythium is C, this is algal member. So, algal members, cell wall is usually made up of cellulose only. So, pythium is one of the algal member. The cell wall of pythium is made up of cellulose. Okay. Other options here are there? No, they are not appropriate to this question. Next, coming to another question here. Infectious proteins are present in the following. See here, infectious proteins. Actually, proteins are very important for the growth. Okay, important for bodybuilding, energy production. But here, infectious proteins are present in. Proteins are infectious here. Where do you find these infectious proteins? So here, right option here, viroids. They cause disease to plants here. Right option is prions. Prions is the right option. Viroids, here you see these are not the proteins here. They are responsible for causing plant diseases. Plant diseases. Okay, only nucleic acid is present. Okay. And satellite viruses. So this is the virus here. This is not. Gemini virus. This is one kind of virus. So it is not, it is, what is it? Not infectious protein. Prions are infectious proteins. That point you have to remember. Prions are what? They are very, very small. Smaller than viruses. Okay. They have only protein here. The body is made up of only protein code. No nucleic acid is present. Nucleic acid is not present. Okay, that point you have to tell. Protein is responsible for causing the disease. Protein is responsible for causing disease here. That point. First of all, mad cow disease in Britain was identified, discovered. So that mad cow disease among the cattle is due to, what is that? Wrong feeding. I mean contaminating food only. Contaminated food only. The contaminated food contains this protein. So this type of protein present in that food should be the misprotein here. Misprotein. So whenever it enters into the body, what happens? This is misprotein. Actually, the structure of the protein, of course, if it is like this is the structure of the misprotein. So this will be, okay, combined with this natural protein, normal protein present in the body. So what happens? Natural protein or normal protein get changed. So that physiological function of protein will be changed. So this directly leads to the disease, that is a mad cow disease among the cattle, and also in human beings, Jacob disease, which is related to brain. Okay. Another question here. So right option is prions. Which of the following is free living, aerobic, non-living, photosynthetic, non-photosynthetic nitrogen fixing bacteria? Which of the following is, here is the free living here. What is the meaning of the free living here? Free living, non-photosynthetic. non-photosynthetic nitrogen here. So here nostoc is here, this is a nostoc. Nostoc is example for what is that? Symbiotic bacterium. Sorry. Here you see azospirillum and rhizobium. These come under symbiotic. Okay. And agitobacteria, it is a free living in soil. Soil it is present. Okay. Nostoc is also here free living. Nostoc free living. But here you see one part you have to remember. This is photosynthetic. Okay. But here agitobacter is non-photosynthetic. Here, what is the difference? Agitobacterium, nostoc, both are free living. I mean, they live in soil freely. But what is the difference between nostoc and agitobacter here? Nostoc, though it is free living, it is able to synthesize the food material. But agitobacter is free living, but it cannot synthesize the food material. Okay, that point. Free living, aerobic, non-photosynthetic, nitrogen fixing bacterium. The right option is agitobacter. Okay, azospirillum and rhizobium both are symbiotic. They are not free living. Free living are only nostoc, agitobacter. Nostoc is a free living, but it is photosynthetic. Okay, agitobacter is also free living, but is non-photosynthetic. This is only asked to know non-photosynthetic. Example for non-photosynthetic nitrogen fixing bacteria. Okay, let us study another one. Pigment containing membranous extensions in some cyanobacteria are pigment containing. Here you see what is the right option here. 4 options are given. No, heterosis, basal bodies, pneumatophores and chromatophores. Here the right option is D only. What are chromatophores here? In some of the photosynthetic bacteria here, plasma membrane here consists of some rod-like structures like this. Okay, these are called chromatophores. These chromatophores contain photosynthetic pigments like bacterial chlorophyll, and also carotenoids. Okay, carotenoids. So that they are capable of preparing their own food material. I mean, photosynthesis process will be carried on because of presence of the bacterial chlorophyll and carotenoids, which are present in the some plasma membrane extension, inner membrane extensions. Okay, this is the right answer. Pneumatophores are nothing but what? Tell me, respiratory roots. These are respiratory roots, Avicennia and Rhizophora. Basal bodies, these are not basal bodies. And heterosis, nitrogen fixing cells, this is also wrong. So chromatophores is only the right answer. Which one of the following shows isogamy with non-flagellated gametes? Here, you see, observe the 4 options here, which is the correct answer here. Isogamy. What is isogamy here? Isogamy. And here non-flagellated is here. Non-flagellated gametes. Gametes have no flagella here. Okay, it is showing isogamy. What is the meaning of the isogamy here? So I will tell the answer here. Direct answer no. I will tell you. The right option is here D1. Here isogamy means what? Fusion between the 2 similar gametes. So these 2 are structurally similar, okay, and also in the size. So fusion between these 2 cells is called what? Gametes isogamy. Isogamy is one kind of sexual reproduction here. Isogamy, anisogamy, oogamy usually found in algal members. Am I correct or not? But non-flagellated gametes are non-flagellated. Here these 2 gametes having no flagella. So this type of gametes having no flagella are found only in Spirogyra. In Eleutheryx, no, it is not. Ectocarpus also flagellated. Yeah. Sargasm also. Okay. So right option is only Spirogyra here. Okay. Are you following? Next. Another bit. The imperfect fungi, which are decomposers of litter and helping mineral cycle, belong to imperfect fungi. What is the meaning of the imperfect fungi here? See? Which are decomposers. You know very well what are decomposers. Decomposers. Okay. And litter and helping mineral cycle. Okay. Mineral cycle. So what is the right option here? The right option I will tell you, don't worry. So Deuteromycetes. You know very well what are the classes of fungi. Classes of fungi are Phycomycetes and Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. These are the four classes come under fungi here. Am I correct or not? Here Deuteromycetes is there now. Some specialty is there in Deuteromycetes. In Deuteromycetes, sexual stage has not been found. Sexual stage is absent. Sexual stage is not found. Absent means sexual stage was not found. That point you have to understand here. Those organisms whose sexual stage is not found, so they belong to the class of fungi that is Deuteromycetes. That's why the fungi is known as imperfect fungi. Imperfect fungi, which are decomposers. The Deuteromycetes, including many organisms here, okay, which are the organisms come under Deuteromycetes alternaria. Some other examples are there, trichoderma. Okay, trichoderma like this. Okay, so these are all decomposers, best decomposers. What is the meaning of the decomposer here? They decompose the organic matter. This here, fallen leaf, dry leaves, twigs, and other, what is that? Remnants of the plants here. They get decomposed by these, okay, decomposed by these fungal members. Okay, so the decomposition will be adding what minerals to soil. Again, what happens? Plants utilize those minerals, okay, from the soil in their growth. So, like that, mineral cycle, okay, will be happening. Mineral cycle, cycling of minerals. Oh, next. So here Ascomycetes is here. In Ascomycetes, you see, okay. In Ascomycetes, sex organs are present. Okay, that's about. Let me see. Next. Another bit here, which one of the following statement is wrong? So, one of the statement here is wrong. What is that? You have to identify. A, B, C, D options are given here. You have to identify which one is wrong option. Cyanobacteria are also called blue-green algae. Golden algae are also called desmids. Eubacteria are also called false bacteria. Phycomycetes are also called algal fungi. Okay, directly I will tell the answer here. Okay. Yeah, this is the wrong. Which one of the following statement is wrong is asked. Eubacteria are also called false bacteria. This is wrong. Why? Because eubacteria are true bacteria. What is the cellular structure of the higher organisms? Bacteria will obey the same structure. Same structure will be present. But with the absence of all cell organelles, excepting the ribosomes. Am I correct or not? Plasma membrane is very common. Am I correct or not? Cell wall is present. True cell wall. Okay, but it is not made up of cellulose. Of course, it is made up of peptidoglycan. Anyway, the bacterial cell resembles the cell structure. So, it is a true cell here. Eubacteria, true, not false. Okay, this is the right option. Cyanobacteria are also called blue-green algae. It is correct only. It is correct only. Golden algae are also called desmids. Am I correct or not? Items like this. And Phycomycetes are also called algal fungi. Okay, algal fungi. Just like fungi, these Phycomycetes, algal fungi. Okay. Okay, these fungi just like algae resembles aquatic algae. Okay, next question. After karyogamy followed by meiosis, after karyogamy followed by meiosis, spores are produced exogenously in karyogamy. What is the meaning of karyogamy? Karyogamy is nothing but a fusion between the nuclei followed by meiosis. Okay, spores are produced exogenously in. Which is the right answer here? Four options are given here. You see here agaricus, alternaria, okay, and Neurospora saccharomyces. Right answer here is A, agaricus. Exogenously means here, for example, here agaricus you see, here this is mycelium, okay. Here what happens? Two nuclei here fuse. First, here what a fusion between the two nuclei will take place. Okay, and afterwards what is formed? Tell me, syncyarion or zygote is formed. This undergoes what? Meiosis. And form what? Spores. Like this, spores are formed. How many spores? Four spores. After meiosis, how many spores are formed? Four only, no? Like this. Afterwards here, externally some structures will develop like this. So in each one nucleus will pass like that exogenously, I mean outside only. Sorry. So outside only these spores are formed. So these are the sexual spores only. So the spores are present externally. This is what is called basidium actually. Okay. So this is exogenous, outside only. So this is agaricus. But alternaria endogenously spores are present. Neurospora also. Saccharomyces also. These three options are not correct. Okay. Next, coming to the total number of ascospores in penicillium is. Penicillium here you see, here also penicillium. Penicillium belongs to Ascomycetes, class Ascomycetes. Here you see, here also same here. What happens here? This what is this? Ascocarp. Here two nuclei, the two nuclei fuse here, and the syncyarion is formed here, just like okay, agaricus like this syncyarion. And afterwards, what happens? It undergoes meiosis. Okay, meiosis, and how many are formed here? Four are formed. Here, one more important point you have to remember. The four again undergo one mitotic division. One mitotic division. And finally, from this, how many spores are formed? Number of spores here are formed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But actually, four spores formation is very common. But whereas in case of penicillium belonging to Ascomycetes here, 8 spores are formed, ascospores. What are they called? The spores, sexual spores. 8 spores are formed. 8 ascospores. Okay, asco number 8. How sir, 8 will form only meiosis. So meiosis is followed by one mitotic division. Okay, so this results the formation of 8 ascospores. Okay, this is right. And teichoic acid is present in cell wall of gram-positive bacteria, cell wall of gram-negative bacteria, capsid of virus, protoplasm of mycoplasma. The right option here is cell wall of gram-positive bacteria. Teichoic acid. Here you see in the cell wall of the bacteria, teichoic acid is present. This is very important here to protect the bacterial cell from mostly unfavorable conditions. So it will tolerate to heat, extreme heat also. It is tolerant to extreme heat. I mean, it will protect the cell from extreme temperature, especially not only that, and also by the exposure of other radiations also. Okay, I mean, even other radiations are exposed to bacteria, it will be protected well because of presence of this teichoic acid. Okay, teichoic acid is present. Okay, these are all not okay, right options. Next, coming to smallest living mononuclear cell that lack a cell wall are. Here you see direct answer here also. This is the right answer. C is the right answer. Mycoplasma. What is the other name for mycoplasma? PPLO. PPLO. Pleuropneumonia-like organisms which are very, very small. Okay, smaller than viruses also, this mycoplasma. This type of mycoplasma containing no, what is that? No cell wall. Cell wall is completely absent. So, because of the absence of cell wall here, it is resistant to antibiotics also. Even with the application of antibiotics, this type of mycoplasma cannot be killed. That point you have to remember. So, because of the absence of cell wall, it will show, or it will what is this? Change in its shape like this frequently because of the absence of cell wall. So, existing in different forms is called pleomorphic. Pleomorphic nature. That is pleomorphic. Pleomorphic is the word that is related to this mycoplasma only. Pleomorphic means because of having no cell wall, it will change its shape frequently. So that nature is called pleomorphic. Okay. So this is also one important point related to mycoplasma. These are smallest organisms, pleuropneumonia-like organisms. Next, coming to function of heterocyst. Function of heterocyst in cyanobacterium. Cyanobacterium is there, you know very well. Here this is cyanobacterium. Okay, cyanobacterium. Here and there, some thick walled cells are present here. Thick walled cells. These are called heterocysts. Heterocysts. Okay. So, what is the use of this heterocyst? Function of this heterocyst in cyanobacteria. Important function is nitrogen fixation. So, why? Because here in heterocyst, see here separately I will show. This heterocyst consists of an enzyme, that is what is called nitrogenase. Nitrogenase enzyme is very, very important for what? Tell me. Nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen fixation means conversion of nitrogen into its compounds. Okay, nitrates and nitrites here. Okay, that part you have to understand. These compounds are very important for the growth of the plant. Am I correct or not? So the heterocysts are important for nitrogen fixation, as it is containing nitrogenase enzyme, which is important for nitrogen fixation. Okay, coming to another question here. Some bacteria produce resting spores during unfavorable conditions. They are. So bacteria here forms some spores during unfavorable conditions. During unfavorable conditions. Okay. So the spores are called endospores. Endospores. Usually single endospore is formed. These endospores are highly resistant to temperature. Highly resistant to temperature. I mean, bacterial cells can be protected by the formation of endospores. I mean, this endospore formation takes place only during unfavorable condition. When temperature is very high, food is not available to eat. So, okay, endospore formation occurs. Usually, single endospore is formed. So, that's important part. So, formation of endospore is another topic here. We will discuss in another lesson. So, what is the right answer here is B. This is the right answer. Endospore formation only to face unfavorable conditions, to combat unfavorable conditions. Okay. And here, multicellular fragment of the blue-green algae, okay, capable of growth into new plant. Multicellular fragment. Multicellular fragment here. A blue-green algae capable of growth into new plant. Here you see this is cyanobacteria. So this part from the cyanobacteria will be separated. That separated fragment is multicellular. Okay, it is able to give rise to new cyanobacteria filament, new bacteria, new cyanobacteria. Okay, that point you have to understand. This comes under vegetative process. Am I correct or not? Fragmentation. Here you see. Okay, right. This is what is called harmagonium. A fragment is separated, which is multicellular from the cyanobacteria, and this is responsible for generation of new bacterial filaments or new bacteria or new plant. So here right option is D, harmagonium. Okay. So another important bit here. Plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis are observed during sexual reproduction in all except plasmogamy, karyogamy, and meiosis. Okay, this is plasmogamy, and this is what is that karyogamy, and this is meiosis. Are observed during sexual reproduction in all except. This here phycomycetes. Plasmogamy occurs, karyogamy occurs, followed by meiosis. Ascomycetes also, you see, basidiomycetes also, okay, but here deuteromycetes is not. So right option here is deuteromycetes. Why? Because in deuteromycetes completely sexual reproduction is absent. Am I correct or not? So plasmogamy, karyogamy, meiosis will not be observed here. Whereas in phycomycetes, ascomycetes, basidiomycetes, sexual reproduction is observed. Am I correct or not? Plasmogamy means what is that? Fusion between the cytoplasm. Fusion of cytoplasm. That is what is called plasmogamy. Karyogamy means fusion between nuclei. Okay. Meiosis, you know very well. This is a part of sexual reproduction, cell division. Am I correct or not? Meiosis. Okay. Next, coming to another bit here. Mesocaryon in dinoflagellate is the name of dinoflagellates. Okay. Some peculiarity observed here, dinoflagellate. Right answer here is D. Condensed chromosomes even in interphase. Sorry, here interphase, not interphase. PHAS, interphase. Actually, in interphase, chromosomes will be in a decondensed state. That means chromosomes are not visible clearly here. Just like filaments that appear thread-like. Okay, then in decondensed stage, interphase. Usually, chromosomes appear like this in interphase. But whereas in case of dinoflagellates here, even in interphase, the chromosomes clearly appear. Chromosomes will be in a condensed state. Okay, this is a decondensed state, this is condensed state. Chromosomes are visible very clearly in what? Dinoflagellates. Okay, that condition is called mesocaryon. Usually in interphase, chromosomes will be in decondensed state. So even in interphase, chromosomes will be in condensed state in dinoflagellate. That is the called mesocaryon. Okay. So time is up. So I am going to end up this with another new topic. I will come before you along with the MCQs. We will study about the separate important concepts. Okay, next onwards. Okay, we'll meet again. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you.